Hey guys, hope your day was filled with positivity and happiness because mine certainly wasn't after watching this video. And the video we'll be talking about today is about that cat ears in Halo Infinite, cosmetic opinions. Now, imagine having like no problems in your life, oh, well, almost no problems in your life, like such little amount going on, that you have an actual problem with cat ears in a video game. Like, just sit there and imagine that. It could not be me. But anyway, let's just go ahead and play this shit.
Hey there, this is the One Boom, and today we're going to be talking about the cat ears cosmetic in Halo Infinite.
There is not a single dimension, not a single world where I can imagine myself starting off a video saying, "Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about cat ears." Like, I honestly couldn't. Are you like that desperate for fucking views? Like, I understand there's nothing going on in gaming or, news right now, but I mean, come on, dude. This is kind of, scraping, one would say, the bottom of the barrel. I don't really know any other analogies for this type of situation, but that's the best one I could come up with.
Because while the cat ears by themselves aren't really a problem,
Starting off strong here, are we? Dude, if you didn't care, then you wouldn't have bothered to make a YouTube video literally shitting on the cat ears. You clearly care enough to edit, put the time into recording, and create a thumbnail and all this other bullshit to make the video. You clearly care. This is not the actions of someone who doesn't give a fuck.
there's a couple topics surrounding the cat ears that I gotta get off my chest. So let's start with the main complaint I have. I hated seeing my Twitter thread go from shitting all over the store, making fun of anybody who buys a cosmetic, and
Could you imagine in any multiverse or anything ever a version of you where you get joy from shitting on people and making fun of people who spend their money how they want to spend their money. Could you imagine? Personally, I could not imagine being that petty and have like that kind of mindset of a loser, like genuinely.
encouraging people to only buy cosmetics with Microsoft rewards points, and just all around hoping for change, hoping for it to be better. So
Dude, this man's out here talking about hope and change like he's fucking Martin Luther King.
then the cat ears cosmetic was released, and I cannot believe how many people on my Twitter thread were wearing the cat ears. You know how Twitter sort of recommends Halo content creators and Halo related tweets or whatever, if you're into that, Call of Duty, Battlefield, whatever like a lot of, they try to recommend you things that are similar. And my entire Twitter page was just loaded with people buying the cat ears. And what's so gross
Unironically using the word gross to describe a cosmetic item in a video game.
is that the discourse was either defensive or sort of ironic, like, oh, what are you gonna do? The cat ears gotta be bought for the memes.
Oh no, people are having fun in a video game. Allow me to stroke my neck beard and rage. But yeah, I bet this guy's the type of guy that goes to a pizza party and then explains to everybody there why they shouldn't be having fun because there are people starving in Africa.
And judging by how many people, when I talk about Microsoft rewards points, don't know what the hell they are, I'm guessing a lot of people, brought out cash for this.
People actually went out and spent money on something they wanted? No, that can't be possible. But I mean, this guy uses like fucking the example Microsoft rewards points throughout this entire fucking video as if they're free, as if you get like Game Pass, you get them like every month or so. My dude, they're not free. You're spending money on fucking like buying shit, like games or microtransactions in other games or DLCs or whatnot. Or you can use you could use Bing and have them harvest your personal information to sell to advertisers, and then you get your Xbox rewards points that way. And yeah, sure, that works for about the 3, 4, maybe even 10. That's like those are pretty high numbers too. People that use Bing, it works out pretty well. But I mean, either way, dude, this shit's not free. This shit is gonna cost you something, either your private info or real fucking money.
Now, spend your money however you want. Making fun of anybody who buys a cosmetic, but I'm gonna talk about it however I want. Brief tangent for a second, just because you can do whatever you want, that isn't a defense. Now, spend your money however you want.
If there was a medal for being a hypocrite, the student would win platinum. But I'm not. I first off, I'm allowed to spend my money however I want, but then I can't use that as a defense. Like, oh man, it's my money. I want to spend it however I want. I can't use that as a defense. Like, what the fuck, bro? What is this like video? Like, how could you watch through this and think it's like okay to fucking publish? Like, honestly. And why do I need validation from some dude in his shit stained underwear on my purchase? Like, why do I need what am I defending to validate my purchase? Like, what the fuck?
That's just not a defense. Yeah, everybody can do anything. Okay? Things have ramifications, things have consequences, and people aren't going to agree with the thing you're doing or supporting or providing. You know, there's a lot of things like that. Like, just because a game is free doesn't mean it's immune from criticism. Just because you can spend your money however you want doesn't mean I'm not going to complain about it. You can watch whatever you want, dislike whatever you want, leave nasty comments on whatever video you want. Wanting to do something has nothing to do with this. What I'm worried about is that 343 saw that people were not okay with the endgame store, not okay with buying in-game cosmetics, not...
No, dude, you are not okay with the cosmetics and the microtransactions and the fucking battle pass and all this other bullshit. You and all the other, like, 20 Redditors that think the same thing are the only ones that really I see around this, you know, the Halo community that have an issue with the cat ears and or the microtransactions that people spend their money. Normal people, like, you know, people who play the game casually like I do, don't really give that much of a fuck, and neither should you really give that much of a fuck of how people spend their money. And I mean, I know it's pretty hard to grasp this concept, but it's a free game and they need to make their money back somehow. So the microtransactions are a way of doing such a thing. And it's I would rather it honestly be cosmetics than fucking actual game-changing shit like a gun or something like that. I think that is the best way to do it, and for people who want to spend the money to actually going buy these things, I think that is like the best way of doing it. And also, I don't know if anybody's seen the store in like last week. Since uploading this, it's already changed. But last week, the store actually had, I would say, something worse than the cat ears because it's not meme, you know, worthy. It's not, you know, it's not really that funny. But you had a fucking bear attached to your chest and a flower on your fucking head. Why is nobody freaking out about that? Why? Why? But the cat ears, oh man, that's a really big fucking issue.
okay with how the progression system and cosmetic systems are being handled in this game until they put out something trendy and memey, then it's all okay. This reeks of the anime bundles that you see in like modern Call of Duty games where they slap an anime girl on something and everyone whose, well, personality is I like anime goes out and spends $20 on the day.
I think that shit is hilarious. I think it's awesome that Call of Duty added that shit because it's just fun. It's just that is what you buy a game for or get a game for. It is to have fun. I know it's a pretty hard concept for this guy to grasp clearly because this guy thinks that playing fucking Halo is some sort of like fucking movement or some shit that needs to be like moral obligation to take it seriously when in reality that's not the case. I think that shit was funny. I thought it was cool. Personally, I totally would have bought it if I had the chance, but I don't really play Call of Duty because that shit's kind of, you know, been bad and, you know, all that Blizzard shit. But anyway, point being, is it's just something fun. That's the point. It's just something fun to, you know, equip onto your character.
So that's frustrating to me. Now, it makes more sense in a modern combat scenario where you're playing as a sort of fictitious, super specialized, customized operator. Yeah, okay, you might be a weeb in a modern day setting, but it just really sticks out poorly in Cold War. When they inevitably do it in Vanguard, it's gonna look really stupid. And in Halo, I'm sorry, it just doesn't fit. I mean, Halo has a very iconic aesthetic, something that 343 took a lot of work into preserving. Like, before you say aesthetics and looks don't matter, if they didn't matter, then 343 wouldn't have scrapped the Halo 4 and 5 art style and gone with more Bungie-styled designs.
The fuck do you mean as like it doesn't aesthetically fit with the fucking Halo franchise or, you know, shit like that. It dude, okay, let's point back to Reach. But Halo Reach had fucking Or even in Halo 3 too. You had Spartans with flaming heads. You had a Spartan with a fucking skull, like a mask with a skull in it and a blue flaming head. You had kill effects that made you spit out confetti when you die. You had actual like lightning, like clouds, like around you, in fucking Halo Reach. So I mean, the cat ears don't really. I mean, they don't really seem all that out there. And even in Halo Infinite, you still have the flaming arms and heads. So what do you mean it doesn't fit with Halo's aesthetic? Like you're literally on fire most of the time.
Cosmetics, aesthetics, they do matter. They are sort of the soul of a visual medium. Like, you can play Halo without headphones. You can play Halo with one analog stick, with an N64 controller even. You can play Halo a number of different ways. You can't play it without a screen.
No shit.
It's a visual medium. And the aesthetic of Halo, I think, is really important. So, custom shaders that look a little silly, alright, I can take that. But this is my next point. What is the slippery slope here of how silly this game's going to get? We already saw what they did to the MCC, which, I'm sorry, this image right here gives me Chinese mobile game ripoff of Halo vibes, more so than Halo vibes. Like, I'm not...
This is a pretty big bag of anal beats we need to unpack here. But I have another point with the aesthetic of the fucking Halo is that there are literally samurais with like body long katanas in the game, like they're from fucking Bleach or something like that. Like that's okay. Like that's like like that's okay. But then adding two little cat ears to your Spartan's helmet is not okay. And also, this is news to me. Who the fuck didn't like that season 8 MCC armor set? I thought that shit looked awesome. It'd be like a Viking or something like that. I thought it was fucking dope as shit.
saying Halo needs to be realistic in the way that maybe you might argue a World War II game should be realistic.
No game should be realistic unless it's actually trying to be, realistic. And newsflash, spoiler alert, Halo and Call of Duty are nowhere near that level of realism. I know, real shocker.
But I'm definitely saying that I don't like the Halo aesthetic kind of being thrown out the window little by little. Like,
there is one thing in Halo Infinite that will keep its quote-unquote authentic Bungie aesthetic, and that is campaign. It will not be touched by the multiplayer. You can just go and have a nice circle jerk in campaign with your Redditor buddies.
You want to attach a teddy bear to your armor? Okay, that's a reference to Legends. Okay, but then you want to have the flower on your helmet. Then you want to have a pizza charm hanging off your gun.
And there it is, the teddy bear and flower on your helmet, in reference to Legends apparently. So that's okay because it's in the books and shit. But the cat ears aren't okay. Having an actual fucking teddy bear hanging off your armor and an actual flower attached to your head is not okay. Is okay, but having cat ears, two little fucking nubs hang on your head, is not okay. What the fuck, dude?
Then you want to have a crazy Christmas shader, and then you want to have cat ears, and then maybe the pineapple grenades. When does it stop? How silly will this game look down towards the middle end of its life cycle? How messy will this game look? Because a lot of people are telling 343 with their wallets, with their money, that, hey, you want to make money? Put some like meme-worthy shit in the store and I'll buy it. Put something in there that's really funny or ironically cringe or super ooh-woo cute. And you'll get my $10, $20.
I think they should go all out. Just because of people like this guy that get pissed off at stupid shit that doesn't matter to life or anything in general until people tell people how to spend their money. I think they should just go full on, nuts to butts action with this shit. I think they should just go like wild with it. All sorts of wacky fun meme shit like a fucking Chungus skin or some shit like that. First of all, I think that'd be fun and funny. And second of all, it's better than fucking canon shit like a teddy bear on your fucking chest.
I don't like slippery slope arguments because it basically implies if you do X, Y will occur, but I think we're already seeing the why occurring from what I talked about back during the MCC, and when I was talking about the weird armor sets and things they were adding and what that might mean for Halo Infinite. Now, I don't want to be a hypocrite, so
I think that ship has already sailed, buddy.
do want to say I did purchase the HAZOP armor set, but I did do it with Microsoft Rewards points. But I also want to point out, when that HAZOP armor set was added like a week ago, everybody was very upset. I saw people saying, hey, read the room, you know, you are tone deaf, we don't want your store, we don't like your system. It was a lot of negative backlash to putting HAZOP armor, which is apparently a pretty, popular armor, putting that in the store. Seemed rather upsetting to a lot of people. I've had a 6-inch McFarlane HAZOP figure on my desk in my room since I was like 12 years old. And he's not always been on my desk, but he's been around for a while.
Weird flex, but okay.
And being able to make a Spartan that looks like him means a lot to me. I'm sorry. And I made sure that I didn't spend my money on it. I spent Microsoft Rewards points on it. So basically, Microsoft bought it themselves.
We've already been through this, you fucking idiot. There are only 2 ways to get Microsoft Rewards points. One of them is to go to Bing and have your fucking, information stolen and sold to advertisers, and then you get Microsoft Rewards points that way, or you buy shit from Microsoft to get the Microsoft Rewards points. We've already gone through this. Microsoft did not get it for free. They did not basically buy it themselves. You did something. You either sold your information or you bought something else from Microsoft.
But I still feel like in some way I supported the system, so I do kind of want to out myself before wrapping up the video. I'm really curious to see what you guys think about this, because for me personally, I don't like the way this stinks. I don't know how many weird and silly and goofy and meme-like cosmetics they're going to add until the game just looks absolutely silly. I mean, we already don't have red versus blue, so
What the fuck do you mean we don't have red versus blue anymore? Look on your screen, dude. It's literally red team versus blue team. What the fuck more do you want?
the game is a bit of a visual clusterfuck when playing team-based modes. What do you guys think this is gonna look like in the next 6 months? And do you guys think this cat ear fiasco is gonna make it less likely for the store to see meaningful changes and for the cosmetic systems to see meaningful changes? I'm eager to hear what you guys think down in the comment section below. I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye.
And just like that, the video's over. I mean, in, retrospect, and when it's all said and done, this guy is completely right. He should be able to tell us how to spend our money and all that, great shit. This man definitely knows what he's talking about when he says that that a bear on your chest is more okay than a fucking pair of cat nubs on your head. But anyway, that's about it. See ya.